Welcome to Retrobotics.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, but we wanted to keep up our annual tradition of doing an arcade tour, so we welcome you to our arcade, and we have many more games since last time.
About 10, I think, than last year.
Our average rate of acquisition is about 10 per year, so we're keeping up, you know.
And we're trying very hard to show that we are still a YouTube channel.
Yes, we are on the YouTubes. We're definitely not as good as Charlie. Week to week to week, we're like, I think it's been months right now, but...
Yeah, we've got a huge backlog of videos, but we're taking a step by making a video today. So let's get started and show you what's new.
Retrobotics.
So, welcome to the pool room. This game used to have no arcades in it, and now it has some. As you can see, we have a beautiful pool table. It's actually Liam's dad's. You might have not seen it since like the tour video where we had our house that we were renting. But now we have it beautifully center stage in this room with our kitchen / bar area. And Liam has a fabulous display of all of our high scores, which is super fun at parties. But yeah, it's nice to have this kind of extra room that games are creeping into, but also that when we have food and stuff, we can put it out. So speaking of games, Space Invaders, we've had this for a long time, one of the first games we got, but really the star of the show, Marble Madness. Fun fact about this game is it's actually from an arcade called Roxy's Arcade, or R4Cade. It's in Boston. I'm actually from the Boston area, and Liam and I played this exact machine there, and we had been like wishing that we'd have a Marble Madness one day. We'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so much fun to play together. One day we'll have one. And then lo and behold, one time we were visiting my parents, and on the way back, we're like, we're gonna get this Marble Madness, and it was in like New Jersey or something.
Yeah, it wasn't in Massachusetts, and we didn't know it was the same machine.
We had no idea. We just got it from a collector who had some games on location at like a pizza place, and we're literally like loading it in the car, and I'm like, wow, it's so close to Boston. You know, I don't know, we don't think that much of it. We get it home, and we start moving it around, and lo and behold, out come crashing Roxy Arcade tokens. And so it proved that, you know, it's actually from the arcade that we played it at. And so we're super happy. It even, you know, it makes it even more special.
We were just engaged when we were up at Roxy's playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's been like years since the first time we played together. But yeah, so great addition to our collection. It had also been really high up on our want list. And it was just, you know, waiting for the right time, right place to get it. So very excited that it's in here.
And that's not the only games we've gotten here.
So pan around.
Got a couple more. We got Bali Corner with our baby Pacman. We got this. This is one of the new machines this year. This one arrived to us in a trade. It was stone dead, and quite possibly one of the more unreliable machines here. The amount of times I've turned it on and it's caught fire is non-zero, which is not exactly the greatest stat to have in any arcade, but it is, right now, you know, knock on wood, fully working, quite fun. Sam hates it, I love it.
Hate is a strong word. That is true in this case.
I think skill issue, Sam thinks game issue.
Oh, it's definitely a skill issue, but like, why did they decide, they're like, okay, you know the game you love, Pacman. Actually, you mean Miss Pacman, because that's the game everyone loves. We're just gonna make it unbeatable, so you cannot win, you can't get a pellet, and you have to be okay at a bad pinball in order to win.
Important context. Baby Pacman was not made by Namco, who made all the other Pacman games. It was made without authorization, as far as I'm aware, by Bali. And yeah, that's why the Pacman game looks so terrible, is because they made it on their Vidiot hardware.
It literally is only an arcade because you think it is cool, because it is a combo of a pinball and an arcade.
It's weird, and I love weird.
And I respect that, but don't pretend it's fun. I'm kidding, I know you like it.
We got a Galaga also. This one came to us completely empty, but thank you to the generosity of many a kind person, we completely rebuilt this one. So now we've got a pair of Bali that fit really nicely in this little space in the pool room.
We literally broke down.
There was a cabinet here. We decided that what would be better than a cabinet? How about games?
Yeah.
And it's
Games are
so
always the
nice.
answer.
But let's go ahead and walk out into the hallway. We'll take you around.
Shameless plug for my high school arc reactor.
We've got some games in the hallway here. Defender is new this year. This was actually the Joust Fender that was shown in a different video that we thought was a prototype, but eventually turned out to be a very sophisticated bootleg for the time. But just pieced this together using Defender parts. I kept all the Joust Fender stuff. I don't know what I'll eventually do with it, but another game for the up-and-coming Williams row.
And more on our Misfit row.
The Misfit row of those getting banished out to the hallway.
Yes, hopefully in our next video, you see this door over here leads to our garage. And the plan is to insulate it and then put games in there. So hopefully this kind of awkward hallway won't be this way for long. But we got Smash TV, you know, super fun game. Love being able to play games simultaneously with Liam, so this is great. Also Mortal Kombat, a game that we are both trash at. But I really appreciate that Liam put this special instruction card here, so we can at least pretend to not be trash at it. And then the gorgeous Space Duel, which is a double game, because we already have a Space Duel cocktail, and we love the Space Duel cocktail because it's superior. We get to play it across from each other. I get to sit. I love sitting. Liam is about to have a conniption because he's looking at the screen and the screen is messed up, but that's okay. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. Don't worry your little heart, honey bun. You can fix it later, okay? Fix it in post. Fix it later. Don't look at it. Don't be sad. Anyways, we're not sure what we're gonna do with the Space Duel because we already have one. Liam keeps saying he might sell it so he can buy other things, and I'm worried that if he sells it, he'll be sad that he sold it because it's a pretty vector monitor, so we'll see what happens.
I do like me some vector monitors.
Yeah.
But now it's time to move into the main attraction.
Woo, the main room.
There's a lot going on in here. Why don't we start with the pins?
Cool. So, obviously, our favorite arcade game of all time, The Addams Family, our pride and joy. Still so happy we have this. Definitely the most amount of money we've spent on a game.
I don't even want to say how much.
I don't want to
Just
say
a
how
lot.
much, but you know what? Worth it. We literally play it every single night. Okay, our nightly routine is Judge Dredd, Addams, and then whatever other games we feel like playing. But we love this game, and then Judge Dredd is new from last time. This was a Liam bonus game. As in he got a bonus and we got a pinball. And so this one was actually kind of a surprise. We didn't know we liked it until we played it at MagFest, which is in National Harbor in the DC area. And Liam and his friends were playing it until like 3 in the morning at this convention. And I also got to play it. And we were like, oh my God, this game actually slaps. And it's a pretty much more reasonable priced pinball. And so
I like ramps.
we love ramps. And so luckily, we were able to get this game, and it's really nice having more pinball because I just love like the spontaneity of pinball. It feels like, you know, I love classic games too, but also, I don't know, pinball just has like a different feeling to it. But then of course, our first pinball we ever got, our space station. It's gorgeous, great theming, and one day Liam will fix the space shuttle and it'll be next to it. But
I'm feeling called out.
kind viewer, if anyone's counting, it has been at least multiple years since we got that space shuttle. But that's okay.
It's been sitting there a while.
We'll have it eventually. And then to finish off this kind of corner, we have obviously the beautiful.
It's hard to
6
frame,
man
it's
thing.
so big.
It's so big, but it is so much fun to play, and we do have at least 4 friends, so we can play with every player. Does it confuse a lot of people?
When
Yes.
was the last time we played it with every player?
I don't know, like sometime last year. We have friends, I swear. But now Liam can show you our Williams games.
So this year has been the year of Williams arcades. We've had so many coming into the collection. So let's start in the corner. We have Bubbles. This is new. We picked up a converted cabinet. It was converted to a baseball game. And notice no CPO yet. Been waiting on that for a while. But eventually we'll get it. Running all original boards with the optical stick. It's a really fun game. It's like a very early version of Agario almost. It's surprisingly fast-paced, and the physics system is pretty good. And then next to it is a veritable holy grail of Williams games. This is something that we commented in a previous video, like, oh, this is a pipe dream. We'll never actually find one of these. We'll just have to build it. This is Inferno. This is a dedicated Inferno cabinet. It is not a rebuild. Williams made 50 of these back in the day, and this one is number 2 that rolled off the assembly line. And it was converted to a TMNT when we got it, of all horrible things. And not much was left in the cabinet. The power supply was still there, monitor was there, the artwork was all gone. Yeah, basically everything else was gone. But what was there was savable. And with the help of, again, kind K-Lovers, we were able to find all the pieces to put it back together again. And it is surprisingly fun, although, you know, unfinished. But I am so glad that it turned out so nicely and we were able to put it into the collection this last year.
It's so beautiful. We're hoping we can make our bar more Inferno themed.
Yeah, I love the spooky games. And here's a Sinistar, speaking of spooky games. We've had this one before, so I'm not going to spend too much time dwelling on it, but great game, super scary, awesome for a Halloween tournament, and just another great piece of Williams hardware. Following that, Joust 2. This is another new pickup this year, another somewhat uncommon Williams title. This is of the second generation of Williams Golden Age games, and this is the last game that they made with their sort of standard Williams upright cabinet. The cabinet profile is actually exactly the same as Joust, except Joust 2 is the only non-prototype Williams game to have an over-under coin door in the upright. The only other one is Predators, which was never released, so I don't quite count that. But Joust 2 is actually, people give it a bad rap. I like it. It's fun.
I swear, like, we had only played this game once before in Fun Spot, and I remember, like, not really remembering that much about it, like being like, oh, I like Joust 2. But since it has entered the arcade, we have played this game so many times because we play one version where we play nice with each other and we try to get real scores. And then we immediately play another version where we are blood bathing it out. We are murdering each other, and I really recommend that combo because it's kind of fun, it's cathartic.
No, it's super fun. I just wish that they didn't get forced to the vertical screen. It would have been better if it was horizontal, but other than that,
like
it's
it adds,
really
though.
good.
It adds to the, like, you know, the difficulty.
Don't
But
let
I
them-
love the robot round.
Yeah, the robot
That's
is
really
super fun, the Night Lord. Speaking of robots, great segue, hun.
Hmm.
Robotron, the classic Williams title, I would think. It's just the grandfather of all twin stick shooters. Not the first one, but the one that really popularized the concept. Excellent game. One of our first Williams titles that we got. This one was converted to a Lethal Enforcers when we got it. And
It had the gun holsters.
yeah, it had guns on it.
That's
So yeah,
crazy.
this was a Lethal Enforcers, and there was a bit of a deconversion effort to bring it back. But again, all original hardware, so that's good. And finally, the regular Joust, not the Joust 2. This one was what, like a double play baseball? It was some other baseball game.
Yeah, we had baseball.
Yeah, no, that sucked, but once again,
'cause
this
you
one
did all
turned
the
out
side
really
art.
well. Yeah, no, I stenciled
a
the
video
side
for
art for
that.
it. That was a pain. Would not recommend. And I forgot the ankles on the ostrich. So this one, Mr. Achilles here doesn't have any ankles. But yeah, no. And there is one final Williams machine that we picked up, which is super exciting. And that is Star Rider, a absolutely massive Laserdisc title. Williams, not their only cockpit game, but one of only a couple that they made. And yeah, this thing, it weighs like 600 pounds and is quite possibly the most complicated machine in here. It's got almost a dozen PCBs inside that cabinet. Plus, again, the Laserdisc player. And this one is running an original Laserdisc player, Laserdisc, all original hardware. It took me months to fix it, but it was well worth it because it's actually super fun. Star Rider is a game that was well ahead of its time in how they applied the Laserdisc technology with their disc scan system, panning and tilting and stretching the video. It's just super cool and exactly the kind of very engaging Laserdisc title I like. It's why we have Firefox as well. So I'm super happy that we added this one to the collection. So to round out the room, let's hand you back to Sam.
So we don't have a full Williams row yet. We will eventually, but right now we have the gorgeous Solar Fox right next to our Williams row. I do wish that one day we get to put this on a side because the side art here is so gorgeous. But this one was in our last tour. We also have Tron, not as gorgeous, but the game is gorgeous. Ours is just the Snowtron. So
yeah, we found this out in the middle of some guy's front yard covered in snow. It had ice in it when we picked it up.
I know. Oh, and they necked the monitor in front of
Yeah, in front of us as they were giving us the monitor, they necked it.
That was crazy. But we do love playing this game, and now I'm worried I'll shock it because I've shocked it a couple times. So trying not to shock it anymore. Maybe it's my very cozy book blanket. But anyway, so those are kind of the end of our Williams row. And then one more over here we got, we have here our Space Duel cocktail. Again, it's fabulous. Liam and I love playing this. We always do linked ships. And it's great that we can't accidentally shoot each other because I think we'd be a lot worse if we could. But yeah, I did not think I would like this game because I basically notoriously dislike asteroid-like games.
She hates them. Every time, it's like Omega Race, Asteroids, Space Duel, everything. It's just like, why this game? It's just shooting rocks.
But this one's more fun because you're on a team.
It definitely is, I think, the better way to play the game.
Yeah.
Sitting down against each other.
It's very
versus
fun.
the upright.
And then one of my favorite games, Cubert. Liam's working on a Cubert Cubes to go
It's in the garage. I'll finish it eventually.
Yeah, because I love Cubert. But we have the switcher. I forget what it's called.
There's a multi-kit, the Mike Doyle 10-in-1.
Yes, so we can also play cubes and faster, stronger, harder cubes, whatever it's called.
FHMC Cubert.
Yes. And the Mountain Dew one if you want, I guess. I don't think we've ever played that one. Yeah, we really love this game, and it's just adorable, and it's so much fun. So yeah, really glad it's in our collection.
Starting into the next room, we've got a couple games sort of lining the hall here. We've got Asteroids Deluxe, speaking of rock shooters that my wife hates. This one is really beautiful. I love rock shooters. It's fun, multi-directional shooter. This is a classic, okay? And this one just happens. I
can't even say it's the Valentine's Day game anymore.
No, we sold that one. But
you
this
sold our
really
Valentine's Day game because this one's prettier.
It's really pretty. Okay.
It is very pretty.
But yeah, no, it's in great shape and a classic game. I love the artwork in it. I didn't realize until we got this one that there are actually multiple different styles of the backdrop cardboard. So that was pretty cool. This one I like a lot with like the sunburst in the back, and it seems to be in quite good shape. So I'm very pleased with that. And finally, we have swapped out the cocktail Crystal Castles with an upright Crystal Castles that we've got right here. And this, speaking of gorgeous games, I mean, this has got to be one of the prettiest games ever made by Atari or anyone. It's just got excellent fantasy-themed side art, and the game is really fun. But only after we got this did we realize that the cocktail is actually quite fun too. And we moved it. It's still here, but it's just no longer in the arcade.
It's in Liam's office.
Yeah. Why shouldn't I have a game in my office? That's fun.
But we planned to have two of these. We knew if we got the upright, we'd keep the cocktail because we love the cocktail. So
yeah. So
we knew we were going to do that.
Last two here. These two are a set. They don't look like a set, but they are. And what I mean by that is Sam don't let me play Centipede because she's afraid that I might take her high score, and Sam hates Food Fight, so when we play these games, we always play them side by side. I'm playing Food Fight and she's playing Centipede, and it works out great.
I, for the record, let you play Centipede on Valentine's Day because I made the rule that we could play all of our pink games, and we have the pink Centipede. So you have gone to play it. You just still didn't beat my high score on the one chance you got this entire year. But that's okay, honey.
Guess I'll try next year on Valentine's Day. But yeah, the food fight, I don't know if we've covered this in a tour video previously, but this is the one that came out of the abandoned house in West Virginia. And for a game that was covered in 20 years of crack house grime, it really cleaned up well. All original artwork, nothing here is a reproduction. I'm super, super pleased on how this machine turned out.
You did such a good job. Okay, so our beloved favorite Firefox, that again we spent so long restoring, and Liam did such an amazing job getting our Laserdisc to work.
Hey, you helped a lot with that.
You're right. That was back in the day before I switched my hobbies, because my hobby is having new hobbies. So arcade hasn't been my hobby for a while, but that was when I was more involved.
You did the jigs.
I did do the jigs. That was stressful. We were like, don't mess up this very small mirror that we can never get again, ever. We need to make it work. But it's been, oh, now I'm not going to say it. It's been years, and it's beautiful, and currently, anyways, moving on. Next to it now, we have another beautiful pedestal cabinet with iRobot. It's gorgeous. This one is actually, I think, the worst conditioned game we've ever had.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was like fire damaged, and Liam really did a masterful job making it gorgeous. And it is really fun to play.
It was converted to a Galag when we got it.
Yeah, I know. And I know that, like, you said this is the first game that had, like, 3D graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool to have it in our collection. Obviously, we love robots. We love space robots, basically my job. So fun to have a space robot game in our collection. And then next to it, we have a game called Battle Zone, which exists, and it is in our collection. And again,
Sam's spitting out the hot takes right now.
It gets bonus points for the experientialness of, like, you put your head in this thing, and it's very immersive. But again, not my biggest favorite game. But Liam likes it, and I think you got it for free,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's fine. But yeah, it's cool, and it's a vector. Liam loves vectors, so eventually maybe we'll have enough space to put all the vectors right next to each other. But right now we're working with a little bit squished of a space. But next up, again, we have our Gauntlet 2, which we really love. One year we actually cosplayed all the characters with two of our friends.
It was fun.
That was really fun. Yeah, classic. We've had this one for a while, since like many years ago.
It's gone through a lot of repair over the years.
I realized that, like, so it's 2026, and we started collecting games in 2021. So we are coming up on our 5-year anniversary of collecting games, which is
It's
pretty
crazy
cool.
that we got all this in 5 years.
Yeah, well, technically, it seems like we're a little slow, because, you know, if we're getting 10 a year, I guess at the end of this year, we'll have our 50.
We already got one this year.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. And next we can do our cocktails. So we have Omega Race, which is only temporarily here because Liam also got an Omega Race cockpit. And as previously discussed, I don't really like these kinds of games, but that's okay. The Omega Race cockpit is allowed to stay in our house because of pretty privilege, because it's a gorgeous game, and Liam really wanted that version of the game. The cocktail we care less about, but it currently works, and I love sitting on this couch and playing games with Liam, so I guess I've enjoyed it more since it's been in our house, but that's usually true for most games.
I don't know if I would say enjoy is the correct word, because when I show the face that you make when I say, you want to play Omega Race?
I'm like, why would I play Omega Race when Kicks is right here? I remember Kicks was a game that we played it, I liked it. But again, now that it's a cocktail and in our house, I have played this game so many times because it is very cozy to play this game, and it is a very satisfying game.
It's also huge.
It is massive. It does not need to be this big. But You know what? And the screen is so small. We literally will look at it and you can see that there's like an outline of where we think the screen should have been, like that it should have been bigger. And they're like, actually, I guess we can't. I don't know. But it is really, really fun. It's very satisfying to play. And again, it's supposed to be random where it moves, but it really doesn't feel random when you're bad and you lose a lot. But yeah, it's still pretty fun. So now I'm going to hand you over to Liam to talk about our vector row.
So this year was the year of the Williams, but it was also the year of the color vector because we got a couple big color vectors that were on our list. Actually, 3 color vectors that were on the list this year. So let's start with Tempest. We had this one. This is our first color vector. And actually the first game that we got together, and it is an absolute champ. We love this machine. We've actually had, I think, like 3 Tempests, 4 Tempests maybe, but this is the one that we've kept because it's very important to us and very sentimental.
He says until we find a nicer one. I hope we never get rid of it.
We're not going to get rid of this one. I like this one. It's really nice. And so yeah, the Tempest is just wonderful. And it's such a cool game. I love the attract mode on it. And it's just, the Quadrascan display, this one really, they wanted to show exactly what it can do. But speaking of beautiful games, we picked up this Gravitar. This is actually part of a multi-game lot that we picked up, the Gravitar. And I had been wanting one of these since I played it at a friend's house and really enjoyed it. It's such a difficult and frustrating game.
It sucks.
And a skill issue.
It is a skill issue. I die. Gravity is a bitch, and I get pulled down, and I die.
But I really like this one, and I've gotten pretty good at it. And I think that it's just so unique. It's like a thinking game. It did not do well in arcades at all, because it's so difficult, but it does well in a home environment, I'll tell you that. It does do very well in a home environment. Sort of like Major Havoc, another game that Atari released and didn't do so great at the time. They tried to salvage it with conversion kits, but its rarity indicates that it didn't do so great. But it is a swan song of vector technology. Atari did everything they could through every piece of technology. They animated skeletons in this game. It is so cute, and it does a great job with it. We restored this a couple of years ago now, honestly, like 2023.
It was like really high up on our list.
Yeah, no, we got really lucky finding it, but now we've done the full side art package on it because it was originally a Space Duel, but the art was unsalvageable, so I went ahead and did the Major Havoc artwork on it and gave it a real dedicated Major Havoc roller. So that's a pretty fun one. And then this is the most recent one that we just put in, a Black Widow. This is an actual dedicated Black Widow cabinet. Found this on Facebook Marketplace close by. It had been converted to Silkworm, so all of the vector parts were gone. But luckily I had a spare 6100. So I was able to rebuild this as a dedicated Black Widow with all original parts except for the control panel, which is a repro. Oops, I started the game. So yeah, no, Black Widow is awesome. Basically Atari Robotron. And it is just a very different energy to a lot of other Atari games. It's very frantic, very fast. You get extra lives a lot, just like Robotron. I'm convinced that Atari saw Robotron and was like, this is what we need to do, and did Black Widow, and it's really, really fun. And this is the last vector game we've picked up this year, SEGA Star Trek, our first G08 game. I think if we recall in previous videos I've talked about wanting to work on a G08. I got my wish. It is a game where standard operating equipment is a fire extinguisher, and this one has been no exception. It took me forever to get it to work reliably. The monitor had problems, the board set had problems, it made cursed noises when you turned it on, but now it's working pretty good, and it's a pretty fun game. I really like that when you play the two-player mode on it, it has people alternate levels. Sam doesn't like it because he doesn't get to sit down.
You can't sit in the middle, and I think we need a rotating chair in which we sit and then we just rotate back and forth.
One might say.
Well, I know, but the problem is I don't think our viewers know the turmoil we went through trying to get a Star Trek captain's chair. We've dubbed it Termite Trek because we got a beautiful captain's chair, or so we thought, in Florida, and then it was infested in termites. So now we finally have a Star Trek, not in the form factor we desire eventually.
One day we'll swap it out.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's a good part of our collection. So let's cap it off, shall we?
Yes, we'll end with our final room. So we have our cocktail lounge, and since last time we got a nice coat of paint that Liam did, and also Liam's mom Vanessa collected all of these beautiful lobby cards back in the day, and she was very kind and gave them to us, and we have now framed them, and so we have all these beautiful pieces from different movies. So I feel like that really adds to the vibes. But in terms of games in here, we got Millipede, one of my faves. Obviously super fun to play. We've had this one for years. Dig Dug is slightly newer than the other ones. And this one, Liam and his friend Brendan really love playing. And I also think it is very cute, but I'm also not very
It's a
good.
greedy game.
It is a greedy game, and I'm not that greedy, so, but it is very cute as a cocktail. And I just love having so many cocktails in here. We actually built this bench so we could sit here. And then our last game, my childhood favorite, Miss Pacman. And yeah, we've had this one for ages because Liam got it for me for Christmas one year. So it's so lovely to have so many games in our house.
Finally got new control panels on it.
I know. We literally were watching back our tour videos from previous years, and Liam was like, "Oh, and I'll be fixing these control panels." And it was like 3 years ago we said we'd fix them, and now they're finally fixed. And we just played a game, and I feel like we played a little bit better than normal because the controls were
Proper controls make a difference.
yeah, they were really good.
So yeah, we have finally wrapped back around to the pool room. So that's,
Thanks for coming along and looking at all our games and watching us blab.
hopefully before next year we'll put out another video at some point.
We'll see. Hopefully.
Making no promises.
No promises. We do love making this video every year, though, not just because of you guys, but also for future us to look back at how our collection is growing. But yeah, I really hope by next year we have our workshop or our like garage is more arcade, and then it can be a little
Less packed.
a little more curated, maybe another couch. Who knows?
What an objective.
Seating. I hope we have another pinball. We usually get one a year. I hope we freaking have a tapper. If we don't have a tapper next year, come at him, okay? Because I'll be sad, because that's my #1 game I want right now.
Every time I've bought a game in the last like year, Sam has been like, "Why that and not a tapper?"
Literally.
Even Joust too. You were like, "Why that and not a
Okay,
tapper?"
well now obviously that was worth it. But literally, like, we have an arcade budget, and I'm like, but opportunity cost, if you get that game, we can't get a tapper. Like, don't we want a tapper? The Royal We want a tapper?
Somebody get my wife a tapper.
Yeah, if any of you guys has a tapper and you're not loving it, you just sell it to us, because I will love it. I'll play it all the time. Okay? That's the only game we go to certain arcades for. Like Crabtown, USA, the only thing I play there is freaking Tapper. Because, like, we used to go there for Adam's Family, but it was never taken care of, and I was always sad. They have a Twilight Zone that's sometimes working. But that Tapper, we also go to Reclaim Arcade for the Tapper. And it used to be Marble
Basically,
Madness,
you don't want to
but
go
we
out.
never
You
have it
just want to have tapper at home.
Oh, we have Tapper now. You know, if I was living that life, then I would need to go out. But yeah, we'll see if I could manifest.
Tapper. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, tune in next year, hopefully.
Like and subscribe. Bye.